Then I was saying that I worked with the Meteoclimatic department in Sardinia about the wildfire natural hazard. And I spent my last months working on maps that support the operative chain of the wildfire natural hazard. So we start saying that, well, I present myself, I'm Eva Fedato, and I'm a student and in the Politecnico of Turin, and I'm studying geography and territorial sciences. And I want to say thank you to ARPAS for offering me the chance to work with them and to present this job. And I will talk to you about this NDVI index, which is the Normalized Difference Vegetation Index. And it monitors the status of the vegetation reflectance. So the index is based on the visible spectrum and on the infrared, on the near infrared band. And it goes from 0 to 1. When it's near to 0, it means that the vegetation is stressed. So maybe because the water is not a lot or for other reasons. And for an index which is higher, the vegetation is healthier. So we can see that in our maps, we use this NDVI index to evaluate how the environmental surface is on the studied area. And we do maps that are represented with conventional colors, like red for the healthy vegetation, and going from yellow to red for the not healthy vegetation, so the stressed one. ARPA works in the prevention of natural wildfire hazard since 2001, and this was the work they did, but it had limits because of the resolution of the images that they could use at the time. That was 1.21 square kilometers. So to help this low resolution, they started offering also comment behind the maps. So saying how during the year the vegetation status varied. For example, in April and in May, we had like a peak of healthy vegetation. And then going on with the summer season, the status of the vegetation was lower. And then at the end of the season, the vegetation, the spontaneous vegetation started to grow again. After that, ARPAS started last year during the lockdown with the precious work of Paolo Capece to redo some maps, and they started using the MODIS sensor from NASA, and they offered NDVI maps every 20 days or every month. And these maps, as you can see in the slides, they were with a higher resolution, but still they were published in PDF format. So they lost the possibility to consult the details. And for example, you can see we have a good perception of what the index is, but we cannot have the same thing we can see on the GIS. With the GIS systems, we could use also, for example, the elevation digital model, and for example, the core inland cover, which says the type of land use that is present in the area. And after they decided that this product obtained from the work of last year was okay, but it lost its dynamicity because of the publishing in the PDF format. So from this year, we started to publish the maps in the WebGIS system, which is really useful because we can visualize, consult, and also interact with maps that are always produced every 20 days from ARPAs. And we can consult these maps from a PC, from a computer, but also from a tablet or a cell phone. So it's really useful to consult these maps even when we are working on the operative parts of this job. And also the system is accompanied with a comment, as it was used to do. And we share this comment and the link to the current map.
5 more minutes, please.
Okay. And these maps are really incredible. They offer an incredible advantage because we can have also the consulting of, for example, as you can see, this is the layout you can visualize in WebGIS. And we uploaded all the maps done, also the areas that the civil protection in Sardinia uses for alerting the people and properties at risk, and also the land use. So for example, here I'm showing an example of this last summer. So in the 24th of July in Cuglieri and Santo Lussurgiu, there was a wildfire that destroyed almost 20,000 hectares. And for example, you can see in this image, on the left, you can see the previous map, which shows the same area, but which is greener. And now on the right, you can see the part that has been interested from the wildfire. And also another advantage of the WebGIS is to regulate the transparency of each layer. So you can see, for example, we selected some classes, the more risky classes for wildfires, and we put some transparency in order to see the toponymies of the area, like this. And also you can visualize, as I was saying, the contours of the areas of risk that were added to the WebGIS. And also we added a layer that that shows the anthropic areas of Sardinia. And for last but not least, we have this part that allows us to select some polygons on the map that will give us information about the land use and other informations of the area. And that's all.
Okay, excellent.